Yo, what is going on, guys? Here, my name is xBuzzerman. Today I for you my Minecraft survival wooden house tutorial. This is part 1 and we're going to try to get it done in 5 parts. What we're going to be doing today is I'm going to be running through the basics of building this house. As you can see right about now, it should be the top right corner. That's going to be the build we're trying to go after, that house right there, and we're going to try to get it done in about 5 parts. 3 parts would be preferable, but maximum amount of parts would be 5. So it's going to be really short, simple build, and we're going to cut it off into about 30-minute segments. So let's go ahead and see all the resources we're allowed to use. So these are the only resources we're using. If I make any sort of change, I'll inform you guys immediately. So to start everything off, we have stone, oak wood planks, oak wood fences. I had to get a moment there to think of what that was. Oak wood stairs, and then some glass. And I got a little bit of each, a few stacks of each. I know that's a lot of stacks right there and a lot of stacks right there, but we're not going to be using all those. That's just to have an overstock, just in case I do maybe get to that point. I probably won't even use maybe like 5 or 6 stacks of this. We're just trying to keep it moderate, so if you're trying to build this in survival, it's possible. Now I'm about to go switch my game mode to survival, so you guys know exactly that I'm on survival and not cheating on creative. So /game mode, I think it's 0, right? So now I'm on 0. I can't fly, can't do anything like that. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to first want to take out some stone. Just, let's see, 1 stack right now. That should be 100% perfect. And then we're going to get some of this oak wood stairs. And to top it all off, I think we're going to go ahead and get some oak wood planks itself. So we're going to get 2 of those. So that should be good right there. Put those all in our little inventory. And we should be good to go. So one thing I do have jurisdiction to do is I'm still allowed to set the time to 100% day. And that should be fine. So let's go ahead and get it going. Alright, so we're going to start off going right into it. We're going to start with 5 stone, placed in a row. Alright, I got to get my mojo, guys. It's been a minute. And then we're just going to go ahead and follow that up by 2. Oops. Okay, hey. Oh yeah, I got to delete that. Oh crap. Alright, guys. So, alright guys, so I had a little bit of trouble right there. I kind of just screwed up that little thing right there. We're gonna, golly, I'm so bad at placing my blocks right here. Alright, we're gonna follow it up by 2 layers of stairs. So, should be pretty simple. And then on the side we'll eventually have something else. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead, since it's 1 layer deep, we're going to go ahead and place this right here along with another thing of not oak wood stairs. God, I gotta get better at placing my things right here, my blocks, with oak wood planks. So it should look something like that. And then you could just slide this across 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to go ahead and delete that so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, we're going to be 100% efficient here. And just follow that up by placement of 5 stone blocks right after that. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and extend this right here. We're going to extend it, I'd say about 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks about solid if you ask me. So we're going to do that with every single one. And we should be solid right here. Now I chose these materials because these are the basic and most raw materials you can get in Minecraft, and they're the most lucrative materials you can get. Cobblestone can be turned into stone very easy. All you have to do is burn it, and it's pretty much easy from there. So we're going to go ahead and fill the rest of this kind of layer just right now like this with stone. You don't have to fill the whole thing in because we're never going to go back there again. So we're just going to fill that in right there, and that's our main stage right there. The next thing we're going to do after that is we're going to create our little pillars, and our pillars are I'd say, since we're going to create a layer, one more layer after this, we're going to put it right about, I'd say, there's the first layer, we'd say put it at the second one right here. So 1, 2. Alright, we're gonna put that one right there. And then I'd say the second one is directly adjacent right about here. Alright, so we're gonna do that right there. And then we're gonna go up 1, 2, 3. I think we're gonna go up 3. Yeah, that should be solid. We're gonna go up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 2, 3. And I kind of hurt myself there, but it looks pretty solid. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go up all the way to the back right here, and we're gonna go up just the same amount. 1, 2, 3. Since I'm in survival, I do get hurt and things like that. I'll replenish my own food once I do bad. Start risking my life. Alright, there we go. Oh man, slash weather. Oh, that's not how you do that. Weather clear. So I'm trying to make this episode more and more, or every series that I do, more and more efficient. Because that was our problem last time. We weren't as efficient. We're actually going to do that. And do something like that. Along with, I'd say, yeah, we're going to, not that. Do not put that down there. We're going to just kind of make a little pillar shape right here. And just going to fill in the dots, just like this. So, there you go. It should end up looking something like that. After that, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and I'd say go ahead and get in with these fences right here. We're going to start getting the fences. Let's go get one thing of oak fences. If I could say it right, that might work. Alright, so what we're going to do over here is we're going to do this. We're going to just create a little fence right here. Kind of put it right there. And we'll figure out what we're going to do after that with this. Do the same. Actually, we're creating one more layer. I forgot to tell you all that. We're creating one more layer right here. Just so we can go ahead. Oh, put the... Dadgummit with these dang stairs. I need to not have these stairs. Alright, we're going to put one more layer right here. Just for the fact that we can put some fences on the line right here. Alright. Alright, that didn't come out right. The only thing, I'm not used to actually building in survival. I actually haven't done it in forever. Dadgummit. When you make a mistake, you actually pay for it, so I'm sorry about that. And this is one of the most popular videos that has been requested on my channel. If you guys would like to see something new, maybe you want to see a something new, you know, another build that you'd like to see from this channel, go ahead and put that in the comment section below. Definitely would appreciate seeing that. And that was kind of inefficient what I did right there. The only thing is, basically, we're just gonna go ahead and fill that in right there, something like that. We're gonna keep it in like that. We're not gonna do the little stairs things like it did right there, but we're gonna keep it in just like that. Had to cough right there. Had to do it. And then what we're gonna do after that is we're gonna try to create the roof. So we're probably actually gonna roof a little bit later. We might just do like a, we're gonna get those like those feather flying potions and things like that. We'll do the first layer right now, and we'll get onto that in a bit. So we're actually going to extend this out with the oak wood planks. I'd say about 2 layers, 2-3 layers. We'll see how it works. And basically, what we're gonna be, our main goal is 2-3 layers, but the 3rd layer we're actually going to extend up. So I'm just gonna kind of do that right there, and we actually need to go get some more oak wood planks. So we're gonna be using a lot of these, as you guys can tell. We're gonna be pretty much clearing house with these oak wood planks. The house is going to rely a lot on that. Alright, we're gonna fill the top row in. I know I got this one right here. And basically what we're gonna do after that is we got one layer right here. And it's gonna look somewhat on the lines of that. Yeah, and we're going to I'd say take this one out, and we're going to turn that one into a door. And then right here, let's see how many we have on this side. We have 2 on this side, and I think we can turn that 2 right there, these two into glass planes. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and go back, go to our resources, and go get some glass. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make some glass right here. 1, 2, 1. Oh, 1. Cool. Alright, sweet. 1, 2. We're trying to make this perfectly even. 1, 2. And then, yeah, I think we're going to just do 2 layers right there. And then we'll probably go ahead and do another layer right here where we do another 2. Because we're trying to make it 100% even. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a top layer of oak wood planks. See if that works. Yeah. And we're just going to keep extending onto that. Hopefully I can get to that. Oh, sweet. That was good. Flash time, set day. We got about 20 more minutes we can work on this, so we still have a lot more time to get this done with. I know I did a lot of talking this first episode, but that's still alright. We actually do need to get a door, but we don't have to get that right now. We can get that in a minute. I think what will end up happening is we'll have this, something like that. We're gonna have a door, just like that. Alright, cool. What we're gonna do now, since we have this front row kind of going and moving along like it is, I think, yeah, this should work like this. We're gonna extend this out and make it to where, ooh, let's see if we get that last one. Oh, we'll get it in a minute. We don't need to pressure ourselves into doing it. We're gonna line this up with some stone right here, right on this side as well. Man, the weather and everything in this world, when it rains it pours, I guess you can say that, because the thunderstorms are absolutely terrifically horrendous. Alright, so we're gonna extend this out 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd say 4 or 5. We're gonna do probably 5, and then this layer is actually going to come out 1, so go ahead and do that. Actually, we're gonna make that layer 1 more over. I'd say about right there. We're gonna make that right there, and then we're gonna put some glass right here. So just put some glass right here, extend it out to, I'd say 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 right there. It looks kind of weird right now, but don't worry, guys. It's all going to come together, and it's going to look pretty solid, in my opinion. Alright, we're gonna extend out this stone right here. Extend it out like oh no, we screwed up our first stone thing. Alright, we'll get that in a minute. We'll actually get that later on, because we'll have something to work with. And what I think I'm going to do is, since we have on that side, we're going to kind of work on this side just a little bit. Alright, so I think our main objective right here is we're going to go ahead and fence this all the way out, and then it looks like we're going to create a little layer right here where we just kind of section everything off, and we're going to go back around town, and we're going to go ahead and yeah, we'll do that. We'll go ahead and we'll extend this down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're gonna do that 4 this time. Actually, we'll probably do about the same on each. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to extend that 5 down. Just remember, guys, there's 2 blocks of leeway right there. and then we're just going to come around 1 2 3. I'd say 1 2 3. That is 1 2 4 5 6. 6 should be the solid number. It looks as though 6 might be a little short, so we're gonna do 7 8. Let's look at 7 8, see how that works. Yeah, it looks like 7 8 should be solid. We're gonna go ahead and do something like that. Then we're gonna fill that in. We're probably gonna put a layer of whatchamacallit there. We're gonna put a layer of glass right there too as well. So let's go ahead and fill this in right here. Boom, boom. I'd say something on the lines of that, maybe, and then we'll do 2 layers. Yeah, maybe, or we'll do that 3, and we can do a 3-layer one. That's what we'll do. So we're gonna go ahead, take that one out, put that in. That way we have an even number right there. So that we're gonna do something like that. Just extend this down, keep extending it down, and we're gonna fill this in with glass. Now it doesn't look like anything's complete in this build right now, and that's because we're just getting the premise, the basic premise done with. It looks pretty pretty out of whack and like too much going on, but I'm telling you guys, it's all gonna come together. And we just screwed up another stone thing. So what we're gonna do, oh my goodness, we screwed up 2. We're gonna get some pickaxes in the next episode, and we're gonna fix all that because there's a little bit of blunders right there. After that, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, just fix this up a little bit. We're gonna get some oak wood planks, fix this up. Which looks pretty good right there. And I think we're not gonna create an interior yet. We're gonna just do the exterior of everything. We have about 15 more minutes, so I think we can get some solid work done. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do right now, not in all caps, but game mode 1. We're gonna go ahead and spawn ourselves in some pickaxes. Most likely you guys will have some pickaxes and things like that. So we're gonna have a pickaxe and an axe, and I think that's all we'll need. So slash game mode 0 once again. Back into that, and this will allow us to get rid of this stone and stuff very fast. So let's go ahead, go around. I think there was some right here. Should be right here. Yep, we got a screw up right there, and that's pretty solid right there. I think what we're gonna do now, had to get a drink of water right there. I think what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and let's look at this right now. All right, it looks real solid. The only thing is, I think, yeah. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roof this actually off. So I'm going to actually do something a little bold, and we're going to create almost a stairway, just so we can do some stuff. I don't need to do this. I'm not doing this in creative at all, so we kind of have to make up for it. So there's our little stairway, so we can get up on that top level and start going in on making our top layers. So we're gonna get some oak wood. I think we're gonna get 2 things of that, probably. Yeah. We don't need the fences right now, but we'll get 2 things of this oak wood, and we're gonna go ahead and get to the top layer. Alright, so big thing right here, what we're planning on doing is we're gonna try to do a little parkour action right there. And as you can see, there's this layer right here. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna extend it up 2 oak wood blocks, and from there we're basically going to extend it out 1. Try to keep our balance. Extend this all the way out. I think this should be the correlating one. It is. And we're going to go ahead, and after that we're now going to take these oak wood planks, go ahead and shuffle these off right here. We're gonna have to make one look bad, so just do that, and you should be good to go off from right there. Yeah. Alright, almost there. Just gotta get that third layer, and there you go right there. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this one right here. Oh man, we got that one wrong. Okay, so just get that oak wood right there. Same with this one right here. I think it's control or shift, you can go out without being kicked off. And we're gonna do a time set day right here. There we go. We do not plan on doing 100% the total interior. We're gonna do kind of what we did on the last episode, where we relatively do the interior. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and take these ugly blocks off. We can go ahead and get those in a minute, but for right now we're just gonna create this little layer right here. Alright, so we actually do have an ugly block about to be spawned, and there it is right there. I call them ugly blocks because they're just kind of like out of power. They're out of sync with everything else. We're actually going to create that one more over than a layer like that. As you can see, they're all going in the same direction. I call them ugly block. That's the one that's going in a different direction. Just looks ugly to me. Just personal preference though. We're going to go ahead and parkour on over. Whew, that was close. Parkour over. Oh my goodness, weather. Alright guys, if you can count how many times the weather and the time has gone off, that's just incredible to me. Like how is that even possible? Alright, so we're gonna get that top layer right there and top layer right there, and that should make it pretty easy now. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and extend this roof right here, just right there like that. Same with 2 right here, and then we're going to go ahead and do that same thing right here as well. Alright, so we're gonna come back and extend this right here as well. Alright, so that looks pretty solid if you guys ask me. Let's look at that from the top. Alright, there's one thing we do need to do, and I'd say that is go ahead and take that out. Take that out of the equation. I think what we're going to do is we're going to create a third layer that overhangs one more time, just to make it look a little bit better. So what I'm talking about right here is one more layer, and that looks about perfect, to be honest. And it should look like that. Do that same thing with this one right here. Actually, we're going to for right here, we're going to do that since we don't have enough right there. Alright, so just kind of make the roof go on like that, and you should be pretty solid. Oh, ouch! That did not feel good. We do need to get that layer right there pulled up. Alright, let's see how it looks. Pretty solid, guys. Pretty solid. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead, since we have this little layer going on, we're going to go ahead and create a roof that goes over the top of all of this, basically. So let's go ahead and do that. Get the roof done. We got about 10 more minutes. I think we should be solid. So alright guys, so I had to sneeze right there. I didn't want you guys to hear that in the commentary itself, so we're gonna go ahead and act like that never happened. Oh wow, that was quite the experience right there. Alright, so we're basically gonna do something like this, where we come around and come over with the build right here. We're going to do something cool though. We're going to do kind of like a layer effect. So we first have this one right here, And that pretty much repeals us having this little staircase right here. So we're going to go ahead and delete all these things from our staircase. And gather everything up, all these resources. We'll create a new one right here. And basically what this is allowing us to do is we're creating more or less a like a stairway layer. So what I'm going to have for us doing, since we have this little bad boy right here, we can just kind of hop up to right there, and we'll go ahead, this is what we'll do. We'll create this little staircase right here with glass, so it looks a little normal. Alright, we're about to make an ugly one, or two ugly ones. Oopsies. They both don't look good. Ugly wood blocks. Oh my goodness, I did it again. Learn from your mistakes, xBuzzerman. Alright, let's see. Got it. Alright, sweet. Got it. Oh no! I actually fell. Let's go back around. Around town. Alright, yeah, we're gonna do something like that. So I'm just trying to look right here. We're gonna delete these with our delete the ugly blocks. Go ahead, do that. Create this layer. I think what we're gonna do, yeah, is we're actually going to get that one. And I swear, these want to be ugly blocks. We're going they're asking what they want to be when they're older, and they said they want to be ugly blocks, and we don't want them being ugly blocks. Alright, so just keep on going. And there you go right there. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to be solid with that, like a two-layer system, where we're somewhat like this. Somewhat organized. So just kind of get that going. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to finish up this right here, so just make this 3 layers high, and after that let's stick a oak wood block right there if I can. There we go. Stick one in over that as well, just right over that. And I think we're just going to lead it down into here, and we're going to create our, actually that does not look right, guys. Let's go ahead and make this look right. So we're just going to do something like this. Boom, boom, boom. There, looks a lot better. And we're gonna go ahead and create our almost overhang. So we're gonna overhang it right here. Alright, this looks pretty cool. This looks deep, yo. If we can get this. Nope, we don't have enough. We don't have enough on it. And we're gonna do that. Oh no, ugly. So maybe if I come around and do that, yeah, there we go. What will this one be? I think this one will be just this one right here. It'll look like that. So ouch. Let's see. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a second, because we don't know how to actually go about with that. We got about 5 more minutes left, and that's the build so far. What we have after that is we're going to have our layers surrounding it. Alright, so I think what we're going to end up doing now, instead, we're going to just change this all around. Change this, because this is a whole new layer. We're just going to boom, boom. I guess it wants best of both worlds. Alright, boom and boom, and that should look pretty alright. We'll do this. That should be solid right there. Yeah, we're gonna do something like that, where we have kind of a separation between the two, and you know which one's separated. Haha. Alright, just go around with 2 more layers right here, or a layer of 2 more. So it should be like that. Just kind of keeping an eye on the time here, guys, making sure that we're not going to run out of time. Clear. Yep, there we go. No, I did weather clear. Time, set, day. Time, set, day. Sweet. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and I'd say, since, yeah, we're gonna do this. We'll get that done in a minute. We'll get that done actually probably the next episode. But this is the starting build of our, yeah, this is the starting build of it. We're going to actually go ahead and finish up this little layer right here, so it has somewhat complete. Yeah, and put that right there, and that up there. I think we need 2 more layers. There's 1 and there's 2. Alright, so go ahead and delete that staircase. We're gonna have to get used to making staircases, and I think we'll go ahead and figure out what we're gonna do with that after. Basically, this is the start of the house, guys. Alright, I hope you guys like the start of the house. It looks pretty solid, guys, to me. I think it's going to look a lot better once we get all 100% done. We could use another thing or another color, but right now that's the start of it. We have a lot more to do, and it's going to look really solid. Actually, I think I want to do one thing though. I think I want to get this done with because I'm very very eager. Alright, so we're just going to just fill this in right here, just kind of like this. Fill this into all this. We'll create the top layer after, but just extend it out like that because that's how it looks like in the build itself. Kind of has like a look of I don't know how to describe the look. Alright, shoot. Alright, we're going to create some staircases like we always do, and we're going to go up 3 with this, since it's we're going to make it a 3x3, possibly a 3x3. Maybe we'll create the no, we're going to, I think what we're going to have to do is yeah, I think we're going to have, ooh, there's another layer on top of that. Yeah, we can make it a 3x3. 3x3. Trying to, yeah, we're going to create this little bottom layer right there. And, shoo. Alright, so, just put that right there, right there, right there, making our little, staircase a little bigger. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a layer over this. And that should be pretty solid. Just like that. And go ahead and delete this little staircase we made. Alright, so there's that right there. That's the basic concept of the house right there. We got a good chunk of it done. I think we're going to get a lot more done in the next episode because we're going to have a lot better and more stuff planned out. But basically, that's what it's going to look like right now. I think it's going to turn out really well, guys. We got a lot done this episode, and we didn't use too many resources. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys, for part 1. Part 2 will be out probably in about 1 or 2 days. I think the next day. So it'll be out every other day, and it should only be about 3 days long, or about 6 days long, because we're only going to try to release about 3 parts. 5 parts is pushing it, but 3 parts I think we should be able to get done in a solid amount of time. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time, and later. I'd say God.